Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is Ubisoft's most ambitious project to date. Ever since it was first released in 2013, it gained worldwide popularity for its gameplay and mechanics. People really loved the story and character arc of Edward Kenway and how he flourished throughout the entirety of the game. And because of this, many people still consider Assassin's Creed 4 as the best Assassin's Creed game. But some months ago, there were some rumors regarding a remake for this game, on which we already made a video on. You can check that out by clicking on the iCard above. But in this video, we will not talk about the leaks or rumors. In this video, we will only talk about a list of things that we personally want to see in an Assassin's Creed 4 remake. So, enough of this lengthy intro, let's get into the video. The first thing that we want to see in an Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag remake is a more detailed map. We know for the fact that the original Assassin's Creed game featured a map that was immense, but when we go into details, we could find only a handful of islands that we can explore. The whole map consisted of only a handful of islands that we can explore in different parts of the Caribbean Sea. And most of those islands were just copy and pasted all over again. And for this remake to be a successful one, what we want to see from Ubisoft is to focus more on map details. In this way, there will be more islands for us to explore in the game and have fun while exploring them as a whole. We really hope they implement this thing in the game, as it will not only engage the players into playing the game but will also make the game 10 times better. Since this game will be a full-fledged remake built from the ground up, so chances of us seeing some significant improvements in the story are also high. We are not criticizing the original storyline from the original game in any way. What we are trying to say instead is that the original game had some sections of the story that were not explored thoroughly. For instance, the last few sequences of the story felt rushed and too short. Maybe in the remake, they can improve that part of the game by adding more memories into those sequences, so we can get a more clear idea of how Edward trained with the assassins after joining them. The original Assassin's Creed 4 game had a very boring present day, where in the modern day we didn't have any sort of protagonist, but instead it was just us viewing through the eyes of an unnamed initiate. That character had no depth at all, and as a matter of fact, he couldn't even talk. But with this remake, we are 100% sure that they will add some depth to that character as well, because in this way we can learn more about that mysterious character that cannot talk, and we played as him throughout the entirety of the modern day sections. They can either introduce us to a third person mode so that we can actually see him as we're playing as him, or if not, then they can at least give him a voice so that we can see his expressions throughout the story and how he felt after every major section of the story. Or if they don't do any of this, then the third option will be for them to delete the whole modern day section entirely from the game. Because there are two reasons for that. The first reason being that the modern day story for this game led us to nowhere. Although there could have been some original plans for this modern day to continue till the modern games, but they eventually scrapped it, and we got nothing. Secondly, many people don't like this approach by Ubisoft. And if you ask us, then we personally didn't like this thing in the game. So the best option for them will be to delete this thing overall from the game, so that we can only focus on Edward's story. Because playing as Edward and then switching back to modern day during some critical sections of the story felt really awkward. We know for the fact that Edward is a pirate and he has his trusty ship known as the Jackdaw. The Jackdaw is considered as the most feared ship in the whole franchise. But for the players who played the original game know that there are more stronger ships that roam the seas. In short, what we want to say is that this remake should let us control or take charge of other ships for a brief amount of time. Because if you use the Jackdaw for a long amount of time, you will get bored eventually. And we also know that this thing is possible, because in the original game there were some designated sections of the story where we took charge of other ships, which made us wish for a similar type of feature. And finally, the last thing that we want from an Assassin's Creed 4 remake is a complex parkour. Ever since Assassin's Creed Unity raised the bar for a good parkour system, fans are aching for such a system to be in the franchise again. With every recent Assassin's Creed game, the developers are taking notes and improving the parkour system one by one. Even the recent Assassin's Creed Project Red is said to be fully focused on parkour and stealth. But if Ubisoft is working on an Assassin's Creed 4 remake, then they should upgrade the parkour for this game as well. It's totally unclear on which engine this remake will be based on, but if they use Unity's parkour and animations, then this will make the games 10 times better. If they take the fluidity of Unity's parkour and add some new animations atop which fit Edward's character, then they will make a masterpiece of a remake. Because it will not only be fun to play, but will open the door for more projects like this to be successful. It will open the door for more remakes which are actually good. And we want this thing to be in the remake. And this was our personal list of things that we wish to see in an Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag remake. We hope that you loved our video and agreed with our list. If you did, then let us know in the comments below what you think. We'll see you in another interesting and amazing video. Till then, take care and goodbye.